Hey there, good morning. It's Kate here, and it's Monday morning. Well, it's not Monday morning, it's Monday afternoon, isn't it? I wanted to pop in today and just talk about how emotional health can actually really affect every part of our health. There's a few things that I do for emotional health. Well, what do I mean by emotional health? Okay, anxiety, worry, stress, worrying about what's coming when it hasn't even happened, and how that can take a toll on us. Stress is one of the biggest contributors to other health issues. It's not the stress itself, it's our triggers and knee-jerk reactions to the stress. So, in other words, what happens when we find ourselves in stress or anxiety, we reach for the comfort food, or we reach for the wine bottle, or we substitute something that we perceive as being, or at least I perceive, let's put it this way. I don't know what you perceive, but I perceive that is going to make me feel better, when really we're just covering our stress and anxiety and worry up with band-aids. And the truth is, we're not supposed to have anxiety, stress, or worry anyway. And most of it comes from a base of fear. That sounds really simple, doesn't it? But it is simple. Most of our anxiety or our stress or our worry is fear-based. It comes from the fact that we are afraid something is going to happen, or something has happened to us in the past that is now giving us an automatic trigger reaction that it's going to happen again. And whatever we did in the past to get through it, that is what our brain is going to tell us to do this time. You may already know what you comfort eat on, stress drink on. For some, it's a bottle of wine, and other people, it's a whole bottle of soda, which is just as bad, if not worse sometimes, just because there is so much sugar and chemicals in that we are piling stuff into our body that ends up making us sick. All the diseases that we have, in other words, all of the stuff that happens to us, they are now quite sure doesn't come from animal fat. It doesn't come from grass-fed butter. It doesn't come from the sources that we have been trained to believe for a very long time. It is coming from sugar and bad fats. In other words, when we go buy a donut is fried in not so great fats, and especially commercially prepared ones, because they're fried in oils that are not pure. So you're getting a double dose of sugar and bad fats into your system. So that yummy thing that you have for that moment is actually really harming your body. And guess what? After you've eaten it, you're going to be sorry you ate it, and you're still going to have the stress, because comfort eating or comfort drinking does not take away our stress. The stress is still there. We have to get to sort of the root of the matter. What's behind the stress? Why are we worried? So funny, because yesterday I actually was at church, and there was a great sermon on why do we worry and why do we stress. We're specifically told we don't need to. And I can tell you that's true, because within you you have pure potentiality, which is the spirit. And when we listen to that, instead of listening to the chatter or the millions of thoughts and ideas that are running through our chatterbox brain, we actually realize that worrying about something that hasn't happened is futile. And if we do trust and put our trust in God and the spirit and the universe, that it has our best interests at heart, then why are we stressing over something that is yet to come? I have been doing a lot of what I call aroma freedom technique, or AFT. I like to call it emotional freedom, because I do this process with a lot of my clients because it gets to the root of the matter. And yes, we use essential oils. I specifically use Young Living essential oils because that's my choice, but it gets to the root of the matter. The amygdala, which is that chatter part of our brain up there, responds to smell. And as a life coach, I can tell you, we can sit and have a lot of sessions together. But when I add AFT, or I add a reset, or I add an essential oil that I know is an emotional oil that's going to help you and your brain, there are faster breakthroughs. There, without a doubt, there are faster breakthroughs. This, I've proved this time and time and time again, and my clients have proved this time and time again. So much to the point that I really feel like, why aren't we all doing this? Why aren't we getting to the root of our stress? Because it's the stress in our bodies and the worry that is causing us to run towards the very things we don't want and that aren't serving us. The foods and drink that does not serve us ends up with us gaining weight, which is not the ideal place that we want to be in either, because we really want to reach our ideal body. When we start to get into a place where we have suddenly gained a lot of weight, or we're not happy with ourselves, that is causing another layer of stress. So why would we want to run to comfort foods, what are called comfort foods, when perhaps just by adding and eating some extra protein or some good fat or a healthy snack is going to, one, make you feel better about yourself, and two, is going to calm down that brain. Sugar, ladies, does nothing for us at all. Not a thing. Sugar is hidden in everything. I've had people and clients say to me, I don't need any added sugar. Well, start looking at your labels and see how much sugar is in there and how much added sugar is in there. You know, even in, and I'm not saying that this is a bad thing, but there are natural occurring sugars and there are added sugars. You can pick up a can of baked beans and you pick up the wrong can of baked beans, and I'm going to tell you, better watch the sugar content in there and how much sugar is in every serving. And sometimes that serving is a couple of tablespoons, and we're actually dishing ourselves up half a cup or a cup. So we're getting way, way more sugar into our diets than we even believe or think. I'm not saying a little treat now and again is not a good thing. It is. But generally, I have found, personally for myself, that when I am craving sugar, I'm generally, when I sit back and have a look, what's happened is I'm actually tired. I know that, I had the vaccination and that's personal choice. But for me, there's a couple of reasons why I had that. And one, I can't go to Australia at all unless I have a vaccination. And I have family there, including my elderly mother. And also, I work in film. They're not going to have you. If you want to be on the set, you've got to be vaccinated. It's not, they're just covering everybody. So, but I did notice after the second shot in particular, I didn't have much reaction at all. So, and I'm still here. You know, I haven't grown horns or anything weird at all. Uh, but I did notice my arm was sore, and I did notice the exhaustion to a lesser level. You see, I had COVID. I did not know I had COVID, but I had COVID. And the biggest thing that hit me through all of it was the exhaustion. So I did notice a little bit of that afterwards. And for me, when I get into that state of being tired, really tired, physically tired, mentally tired, or exhausted, the first thing my brain wants to do is tell me to eat some sugar, because you know why? It's a temporary fix, it's a rush. But then afterwards, you feel awful, because then there is the crash, the sugar crash. When if you went and had a banana with some peanut butter, or just some peanut butter and celery, a handful of nuts. One of my favorite go-tos is chicken or turkey with hummus. Yum, yum, yum. Get nuts and meat protein. You'd be surprised. Instead of reaching for that donut or that sugary treat that you're going to say, this is going to make me feel better, when you reach for the protein or the good fat that goes along with it, you get into such a better place. So I want to talk to you about your levels of stress. Numbers are rising again. I don't even subscribe to television right now. I just stream, watch the internet. And as much as I even see on the internet, I know that we're on another surge of COVID. And where that goes, I guess, depends on all of us. But how does that affect your stress level? How is that making you wonder what's going to happen next week or the week after? And if that is you, you know, maybe you'd like to have a free consultation with me, and I'll talk to you about what AFT can do for you and how this can actually get to the root of why you keep coming back to worry about the same things or be anxious for nothing. Do you know that you can be anxious over many things that never ever happen, and then you miss your miracle today? Every day we have the opportunity for miracles. Every day we have the opportunity to say thanks. Every day we have the opportunity to be grateful for everything that we have. So why worry about tomorrow when tomorrow has not come? Why don't we apply ourselves to today? I have a little routine that I do every morning, or I try to do most mornings, unless I get railroaded. And that's the noise of my dog going, because my older dog, Jack, just has to be with me all the time. But I do what's called Gary's Protocol. And you can look that up on the internet if you like. But it's 4 oils that I use each morning. And it's a short protocol, but it sets me up for the day. One of the things it does do is, you know, in using the first oil, I get to ask for what I want today. Then I get to be thankful that it's coming to me. I also get to say, I would like to have peace and harmony with everybody in my day today. So in other words, I'm not going to judge anybody today, and I am going to have harmonious relationships. And the last oil, guess what it does? It actually protects me. It has a protection from the energies that are out there, and whether you like it or not, there are negative energies all around us, and those negative energies want to come and rob us of our peace and joy. And that is what we are promised every day, is peace and joy, not worry, not anxiety. We can be provided for every day by God, by the Spirit, by the universe. We just have to ask and be thankful and give thanks for the provision that God has already got for us. That sounds like it's out there, doesn't it? But it's not. I can tell you, I have experiences time and time and time and time and time again. So I want that for you. I have a few spots left for personal AFT with people, and I am doing that in person, or I'm doing it on Zoom. On Zoom is often the way that most people want to do that. And if you don't have the oils, I can actually help you get some of those, or point you in the direction of getting those oils. With Young Living now, there's a whole brand new shopping platform that you can actually just buy what you want. You don't have to buy a kit. You don't have to become a brand partner, a member. You can just get the oils that you want, and you don't need very many to actually do this AFT. Also, I am going to I have a recording of AFT. I am going to put that up on Vimeo, and I am going to also put that on the website in the guides, where you can go and you can get a recording of me going through AFT, and you can, I'm telling you, you will need more than one session. And while it's great you can go through this by yourself, and I'm very happy for you to do that, it is better when you know that you're actually saying the right things and the guides are the right guides. So if you're interested in it, just ping me, send me a message on our Facebook group here in Whole Health, and I will respond to you. I also have a few one-on-one coaching spots at the moment. So if you are struggling with something and you really want clarification, once again, just ping me. We can have a free consultation over Zoom, coffee chat, and let's see if I can help. I have many different ways to do this, and I am telling you right now, I am about, you'll see it because I'm going to put it out there, I'm having a go back to school, go back to college sale on everything that I offer. That's my online courses. I have 5 online courses and my coaching, etc. So this is the time. If you've never had a coaching session and you want to jump in and you want it to cost you not very much dollars, okay? And I'm talking about, $2.50 a day for a month. It's not much, is it? So, but the benefit you can get out of that is huge. And I love to get, especially women, back on the path that they're supposed to be on. And too often, as I've said before, we're focused on the wrong part of our life, not the right part of our life. So if you want to know more about that and you would like to have a virtual coffee chat with me, and I can show you what we can do together very fast and get you going to where you want to go. So I have gone over a little bit today, and I'm so sorry for that, but just lots of information. And let's not worry, ladies. Let's not be anxious for anything, because you have everything within you to reach out and have provision for you every day, every moment. And don't forget, look for your miracles today. Get your miracle mindset on and find your miracles today. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.